This is how to get peer feedback on your Africa or climate project. So there was another video and it talked about using a pinup. I don't really feel like the pinup actually works on iPads as well as I would like it to, so I think using a Google Doc will work just fine for this. So I would title it something like, your name. So for me, Mrs. Devereaux's Africa project feedback, and of course I title it on that same thing here. You are going to be asking 5 people for 3 types of feedback. So I'm going to be asking them to do you will be asking them to be in 3 different roles. So first you're going to be asking them to give you positive feedback. And I call that, because there are actually 6 types of feedback that we ever give people, and one of them is yellow feedback, right? So you're putting on your yellow hat, you're playing this yellow role of giving somebody positive feedback. So it's nice bright color. So I would go here, click this text color thing, go to highlight, and put it in yellow, okay? You're not going to want, and everything that you type under here is going to be yellow feedback. It's going to be positive feedback. So if my friend says, you used a lot of color, and that's their positive feedback, great, you just keep that yellow, okay? All right, the next type of feedback that you're looking for is going to be negative feedback, right? So it's something that's not really great, so negative feedback. And again, we say that you're playing this role, that you're wearing a black hat by giving somebody negative feedback. So we want to make this, I'm going to make the highlight black, but then you can't see the words, so you have to go and make the text white, okay? So negative feedback. So somebody could say something like, maybe it doesn't seem like you wrote a lot of facts from your research. Yikes, that's kind of mean. No, it's not actually mean. It's actually when your friend really wants you to get a good grade, they're going to tell you this stuff so that you can fix it before I go to grade it. Somebody warned you about it, right? So again, you're going to have an example of positive feedback, an example of negative feedback, an example of the green feedback, which we'll get to in a second, but you'll have an example of each of these from 5 people, so you'll end up with 15 pieces of feedback when you're done getting feedback. Now, that being said, a lot of people say, for negative feedback, don't change anything, it's perfect. If you're doing that, you're actually being more mean to a person than if you tell them what needs to be changed. So I really don't want you saying it's perfect, because really, if you think about it, you're not giving them the chance to change something that you've noticed before they turn it into the teacher. So even if it's a small thing that they could change to make it better, make sure that you've put something in there as a negative thing. The last is ways to change. And this is the green feedback. You're wearing a green hat. So you can make the text any color you like, but the highlight does need to be green. And, the difference between this one and the black one is that it's not negative. It is a way to fix the problem that you found in the black one. So the black one says, it doesn't seem like you wrote a lot of facts from the research. The way to change that would be add more facts. I mean, it's not that hard, right? This is a positive way of ending with something positive that they can change from the negative feedback. That way it's like a nice thing, a kind of hard thing to hear, and another nice thing. So it's giving them feedback in a constructive way that will help them fix their project rather than being hard on them. So again, at the end, you should have from each person, you should have 5 different things to say under each of these categories. When you're done with that, you need to take that feedback into consideration and change some things. You are going to be asked on your reflection after this unit, did you change anything from the feedback that you received? So you need to be able to tell exactly what you changed.